There's a song called Comfortably Numb. That song right there really touched me because it means something different to different people, right? To everybody, that song may mean something different. But to me, I'm not gonna lie, Spirit sent me that song. I was literally going through something. Like I had this epiphany moment with myself not too long ago. And during that epiphany moment, Spirit told me to look up Pink Floyd. And I said, I heard that name before. And I looked it up and they directed me to the song Comfortably Numb. And I listened to it. And I found out that this group, they're a psychedelic type of group from, I think, the 70s. And I was like, oh, they spiritual. Oh, they in on the good jive. Okay, cool. Let me listen to this. Because Spirit literally guided me to that song. I listened to it. That's why I said Spirit guides you to things. They guide you to people, places, things, books, movies. They'll talk to you directly. They guided me to that. They came to me. Like I said, like, depending on how you roll and how you operate, Spirit may talk to you directly. They give you answers to stuff, like, if you need it. They're highly intelligent. Like I said, they know everything. They know what's going on over here. They know what Facebook is. They know everything. Like, one time, that's another story, but they had told me one time to go check my Facebook. They said, go check your Facebook. They told me that one time. Like, this was years and years ago. So they know, like, that stuff. They could talk to you like that. You know what I'm saying? Even back then when I wasn't fully, I was aware and I was listening, but I wasn't where I am today. But this was like 6-7 years ago. It was like, hey, check your Facebook. I was like, what? That's why I'm telling you, intuition. I call it spirit. You know what I'm saying? They've been around with me. I said in my song, they've been around with me ever since I was a teen. Because when I was a teenager, that was the first time they talked to me directly. And I heard them in my ear. I was a teenager. But they've been around with me since I was a child. But I didn't hear them like that until I was a teenager. That's when I started hearing them. And they would say stuff to me. You see what I say? And I'm not out here, you know what I'm saying? I'm sharing my story so that you can understand. I'm exposing myself so that you can feel comfortable in your experiences. Not so that you can know that it's real because you know it's real, but so that you can feel comfortable sharing your experiences or feel comfortable when the experience happens to you. Again, Spirit would never guide you to hurt anybody. So don't ever, if you ever get anything that's coming to you that's negative, that's like really like crazy, that's not Spirit talking to you. That's not your spirit team, okay? I gotta keep reiterating that. But yeah. And so recently when they told me about this rock group, I looked them up and like it guided me to the song Comfortably Numb, and I listened to it, and that song made me feel some kind of way because it answered the exact question. Why and how was I able to live through this for so long? It's because I became numb to it, knowing that I know that there's more to this world or this existence than what we being taught. But I still have been indoctrinated into the program and have lived day to day inside of this machine. And how have I made it this far and not gone crazy? And the answer is because I became numb to it. You know, I became numb. And like I said, that song means something different to everybody. I was reading the comments on that video. That song means something different to everybody. But for me, that's what Spirit wanted me to pick up in that moment. They wanted me to pick up that message. I just became numb. And that's sad. Just think about it. Look at the animals at the zoo. Just think about that. That's sad. That's how we are. That's how we that's how we are, and that's how we feel. We're trapped. But not only are we trapped, we are trapped in the trap. Right? We can't even, like, I mean, I could see, like, all right, you know, the animals in the zoo, you know, if they're in the wild, there's a lot of dangers there. Can they escape this world that we live in? No. They're trapped in this world just like we are trapped in this world. But at least they can live in their element. Right? But now with this trap on top of a trap that we live in right now, we're not able to, by being in the machine, we're not able to live our lives the way in truth. We're not able to live our life in truth. We are being limited and cut off from the truth and put into a program, put into a zoo, if you will, put into a institution versus being living in our natural element. At least if I live in my natural element and I know I'm trapped here on this land, in this body, I know I'm trapped in this system, that's different, because the system is not really designed to hurt me. The system is designed to help me elevate. It's not dangerous out there, especially if everybody knew, or at least majority of people knew what the fuck this was. I feel people will move different. We will look at things different. We don't even care about the little things that we care about nowadays when we interact with people. It'll just be a different space. I see it. And I think it's going to come to existence. It's going to come to fruition. Probably about a good, maybe 40, 50, 70 years from now. It's going to come to fruition. I can feel it. And I know, like, we want to see it happen in our lifetime. And it's uncomfortable to know that it might not happen in our lifetime. But the shift is happening now. But I always tell people, life is not a 3-hour movie. We're so used to watching a movie and watching, like, things happen immediately. Things take time to unfold. So when you keep that thought process, be like, you know what? It might take another 20, 50, 60, 70 years for everybody to get online or for the world, at least if not everybody, at least majority of people get online and the world to alter into and change and shift into what it's supposed to be, or at least a better world than what it is now. It may take time. So what we gonna do in the meantime? Are we gonna just sit here and just keep talking about it, or are we gonna live our life? Shit, I'm gonna live my fucking life. And so yeah, and that's where I get into, that's what I'm saying, like the whole numb thing. Like I get into it, and then I come back out, and I be like, man, spirit, like, what's up? Like, when this thing gonna change? Like, I be, what I'm saying? I be going through that, like, for real. I be like, man, spirit, like, what's up? Like, when this thing gonna change? When this thing gonna alter? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I literally would have moments like this. And then, like I said, I had this epiphany moment that one night. And I was just like, man, why, what am I doing here? Like, why have I been lying or trying to trick myself into accepting this reality that is not really my true reality? This is not it. Like, this limited world this bubble world that they try to make you feel comfortable in. It's not it. It's not the real shit. Like, what's up with the real shit? Like, like, where's the real shit? Like, why am I lying to myself and living in this fake world? Like, why am I doing it? And it's because you're numb. You have grown numb. And so you have essentially shifted your thought process to accept this limited world around you. So that's why you have been doing it. Just think of the animals at the zoo. You see them just sitting there. I mean, hey, I gotta eat. I gotta sleep. I'm gonna stare at the people today. But are they happy? No, they're not. They're not happy. When they're in the wild, they do the same things. They sit down, they eat, they sleep, they fuck, they do whatever they usually do. But they at least are in their element. It's a difference. It's a difference. So with me, same thing. I don't want to be in the system. I don't want to be in this limited program, and I don't have to be. I feel like I've been expunged from it, and it's a mind fuck. It's all mental. When you actually look at it, it's all mental. So when I pull myself mentally out of the mind fuck, that's when I started to really put things together for myself and start to really become true and authentic to myself and say, you know what, like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself. I'm not going to lie to myself because I used to lie to myself to make myself accept this reality and accept this world for what it was, and not actually looking at it for what it really truly was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to just lie to myself to accept this reality or this world, this bubble world, not necessarily the real world. I was accepting my bubble world. That's what brought me to decide to start doing this series, right? That's what brought me here to decide to start sharing and vocalizing and recording these things, because for so long I felt like I'm not supposed to talk. I'm not supposed to share this stuff. It's supposed to stay like on the low. It's supposed to stay like a secret, or I'm not supposed to talk about this because this is not part of the lie of the machine. The machine is a lie. It's a big old mind fuck. And me talking like about this and talking in this space like this is like, oh, this doesn't go with the machine. This doesn't go with the program. Of course it doesn't go with the program. I know that it doesn't go with the program. I know that. And I've decided to say fuck the program. Like, fuck the fucking program. You know what I mean?